Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Check out this dope ass cover for Joe Fixit #3 by Peter David, the new Grey Hulk series, nostalgia series from Marvel. One of my favorite comics going right now. It's so good. Cannot wait to share it with you guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. All right. So that is a cool cover by Coley Hamner. I like the reflection of in his eyes, how it's kind of like glowing green. You know, even though he's gray, we're always going to associate the Hulk with green and like gamma radiation. So that is so cool. Which is so weird because like he was gray at first. Like, I wonder what would happen in a world where the Hulk stayed gray forever. Oh well. So, writer, Peter David, artist, Yildiray Cinar, color artist, D. Kunefi, and letterer, VC's Ariana Maher. Don, don, don. I like this. That's very cool art. Very reminiscent of like Jim Rugg, right? So we have Peter David doing this Mr. Fix-It story. It is so good. It has Spider-Man, what do you call it? Guest starring. The Kingpin is one of the villains. Crusher Creel here. This art is so good. I love this artist so much. You know, I've seen his name for several years. Like, I feel like he's been working consistently with Marvel and always kind of bringing it. Like, I underappreciated his art. And, like, looking at it here, like, it has a very Derek Robertson aesthetic to it, which I really love. So I'm enjoying this a lot. And I'm not 100% because I do follow him on Instagram and I think he may work in pen and ink, but it may be digital, so I'm not sure. But either way, it is gorgeous. And actually, that's a testament to someone's talent if you don't know the difference. Because I think, especially sadly to say, with a lot of Marvel books, especially I've noticed on a lot of the mutant books, which I would like to see a huge renaissance in art and a big change. But it all just looks like it was totally inked in Procreate, which I'm not against digital art. I'm not against digital art. But I think if it immediately stands out as digital art, it takes away a little bit. Am I right? Am I wrong? Or am I just stay still? I mean, if Joe Fixit is telling you to stay still, you better stay the fuck still. Drag. Drag. Is there a drag show going on back here? I doubt it. Look at this Zipatone. So much fun. Is this showing up better? I feel like I'm in filming in 4K now. So, like, hopefully you guys, you greedy bitches, like, somebody's like, oh, the film quality is too low. And I'm like, well, you know what? Buy the comic book. Cheapo. Anyway, just kidding. This is awesome. You know, and this is why, you know, Peter David, it's funny because Peter David's run on Hulk can possibly really only be compared to Chris Claremont's run on the X-Men. You know, Peter David wrote the Hulk for 10 years. Chris Claremont wrote the X-Men for 17 years consistently. I mean, you know, now he's writing more shit. And so it's adding up to be more, but I'm saying like nonstop, you know what I mean? And that's like unprecedented. So I feel like, you know, him writing this is like more genuine. I feel like there's more gravitas, there's more meaning to it. Like he's gonna know what's up, you know what I mean? Um, you know, he has Hulk and Banner fighting in their minds, and he makes references to Hulk, you know, Banner's upbringing, and like one of the greatest moments. And I feel like, God, you know, Peter David is so brilliant. Like, like all these years later, after he ended his 10-year run, you know, he still has so much to say and still is such an important voice of the character. And, oh my god, this is so the best. Spoilers, I'm up for spoilers, but curse you, 3 issues in. If you're not reading the series, then this should be enough to make you pick it up. Like, you know, the moral dilemma, the huge issue. You know, I just covered, like, Richard Corbin's and Brian Azarella's Amazing Banner series, and, like, where he put a gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger, you know, and that still was not the end of the Hulk. And I just love that it was like so brave and daring and kind of went there because it's like, Like, you're the freaking Hulk. Like, obviously, like, something like that would have to cross your mind. You know what I mean? If we're going to be real. So, here's the Hulk and Banner, like, fighting each other inside his mind, which is so fun always because it's like you have this diminutive Banner who's always, like, so freaking, like, I feel like defiant and, like, you know, gonna stand up to Hulk in spite of the consequences because there will be no consequences because Hulk ain't gonna do shit. He can't, because one can't exist without the other. However, here we have, just like that, Joe Fixit snaps Banner's neck, kills him, he drops dead, and Hulk takes off and goes back to fighting frickin' Spider-Man. Like, this is so cool. Like, how is it? Oh my god, like, I cannot even believe how insane it is. It is so good. So good. Like, do I have a new renewed faith? It's so funny that my new favorite, like, Hulk comic book from Marvel would be, first of all, Jim Rogue's, Hulk Grand Design. However, like, that isn't necessarily a new Hulk comic book because it's basically the entire history of the Hulk. So it's kind of a no-brainer that that would be awesome, aside from the talent behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the wrong hands, it could have been a disaster. However, the other favorite Hulk is the one written by the person who did it, 20 years ago for 10 years. I mean, crazy. Okay. Not to say that there's no possibility of good Hulk. Like, I feel like, what was that? I don't know. Like, Hulk, Planet Hulk and whatever. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I love the Hulk. And really good art here. Like I said, and I hate myself for being like old white person, but Yildiray Cinar. I just don't like saying people's names wrong over and over again. Like my mom pronouncing tortilla chips till the day she died. You know what I mean? But I like this negative space. I like that black effect. I think that looks so cool. This is such a great book, you guys. I think it's 5 issues. I think it's so weird. Like, once again, comics shoot themselves in the foot. You know what I mean? I feel like back in the day, when the heyday of comics, my day in comics, like when everything was as right as it should be, it would be like 3 of 5. Like, I feel like they're just so like paranoid or whatever. They're like, we don't know if it's gonna go to 5, so we won't promise that. Like, what? Like, or maybe if it does better, we'll just go past 5. What? Like, where's your plan? What's happening? Where we need something to change in this. That said, oh my god, greatest freaking cliffhanger ever. So good. Cannot wait. I will be here for issue 4, and you should be too. And I'm really annoyed that I did not pick up Doctor Strange #1, illustrated by Pascal Ferry. The story is like whatever, but the art is must see. So I recommend that as well. Look at that rhino. Yay. Oh my god, yes. We want to hear from you. Write us at heroes@marvel.com. You know what? Write fan letters, Emma, first. Write them to me. Make comments. Wakanda forever. Anyway, so good. Joe Fixit. I love this series. So good. I'm so happy that Peter David is still writing the Hulk in some stretch. There has been a call to arms to get him back on the regular monthly, and we need him. He needs to pay some bills. He had a stroke, and I hope he's doing well. He's one of my beloved creators. So yeah, bring it. Joe Fixit. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I'll bring you more soon.